Welcome on in. My camera is gone. Cool. There we go. There we go. And we are good. Welcome on in, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's broadcast of Fresno State Overwatch over here on twitch.tv/Fresno State Esports. I'm your broadcaster and spectator for the night, Ricky J. And ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of the short Mountain West season as Fresno State look to conclude the night on a winning note, as they will be taking on Colorado State in this Week 7 matchup. And this is a big one for the Dogs because right now we are looking at standings, and right now Fresno State is currently sitting at the number 3 spot. Hang on. All right, so just had to do one thing real quick. But anyways, Fresno State currently are sitting at a 3-2 record in Mountain West play with only losses to number 1 seed Boise and number 2 UNLV. But however, a win tonight is crucial because with a loss, Fresno State will fall to a 3-3 record, which will place them at the 4 seed, and will be facing off against Boise State, who is arguably the best team in the Mountain West without a doubt. And not to mention one of the top Overwatch teams in the nation. So Fresno State, they look to get a win tonight, secure that number 3 seed, take on UNLV in playoffs, which will be taking place on Tuesday the 28th. Now, due to scheduling conflicts, Fresno State is currently sitting on in with a different roster, which let's go ahead and take a look at that roster real quick. So let's head on over so you can see this roster, which that is not the right roster. That's going to be our roster right there. So for the Overwatch team tonight, Sundown, our main broadcaster from last week, is going to actually be stepping on in today onto the tank. Phoenix actually going to be playing off role as he is going to be switching over to the DPS alongside KCV. And alongside them, we keep our supports as they have been over the course of the season. PB Cord and Benari as the main supports for Fresno State. And both teams are already loaded up and ready to go as we head on into the match. We are making our way first to Oasis for this first one. Now, what to expect for Fresno State? They're going to be looking at more of a rush composition. So expect that rain to come into play from Phoenix. That's something he has been playing a lot over the course of the past couple weeks. And then Fresno State, for the most part, is going to also stick with the meta as well when it comes to rush comps. So expect the May to come into play from possibly either KCV or Phoenix. In addition to that, look for like a cast on a Hanzo. And then having PB Cord and Venari on either the Batista or Lucio. We shall see though, as it looks like Fresno State, they're actually going to be going in with a different composition. And as we wait for both teams showing up, we will see what both teams end up going on in as we are now underway and making our way out. Let's go ahead and look as Fresno State looks to jump on in as Sundown is going to start things up on the Phoenix. Playing more of a little bit of a dive composition here to start things off with 2 flank DPSs here with the Sombra and the Tracer. We'll see how things start off as right now it's Fresno State looking to try to get some damage done. KCB, one of the main DPSs here for the night. Already trying to dive on in on the Tracer. PB Core taking a little bit of damage, but is helping out this Fresno State squad as they get the first blood on the board. But they are going to be down to take as Sundown is taking off the board. But the Dogs, they look to be doing just fine right now without the tank. But it's going to be Colorado State that are going to end up getting control of the point first. But Fresno State continuing on through with that kill on Death Trap. Are able to push them back far enough, and they're going to be able to take the point and try to catch on in. And already KCV already making his presence felt. Already going to have his pulse bomb ready to go. And the pulse bomb is going to stick and it's going to connect. And Phoenix looking to just capture the point for the time being as now it's Fresno State putting a hold to Colorado State at the moment. Only thing to worry about, that Reaper at 82%, that Death Blossom can be popped in about a minute. Phoenix taking this 1v1 battle with Deathtrap, and the dogs are doing a really good job. But they gotta be cautious. Here comes the Death Blossom coming on through. But Country Roads goes down to Venari. Fresno State just has KCV on the point at the moment. In a 1v4, the Kitchen Rush gonna come on through alongside the B-drop. And it's KCV and the rest of the squad looking to capitalize on top of it. As KCV capitalizing with 3, and hold up, we're having a little bit of an issue. So we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a pause. And you can see the scoreboard right now. Fresno State sitting currently maintaining possession at 55 to 12%. But let's go ahead and take a little reset. We'll go ahead and head back. We have a little bit of a disconnect, but that means you guys get to come back to me. So welcome on in. Because you know it isn't a Fresno State broadcast if something goes wrong. And I thought I was going to be on my camera. Nope. It's a disconnect. But anyways, Fresno State starting off strong. Phoenix doing a decent amount of damage, helping out KCV, who is going to have to take a majority of the load heading into this match. And Sundown doing a good job stepping on up. But also, PB Court and Venari, it looks like they haven't skipped a beat. Because these two, when they're playing together on support, it's just really solid chemistry. And you're seeing it right now. Even despite them losing Sundown, they were able to step things back up. A good Kitchen Rush, a really good beat drop. And all of a sudden, that one-man advantage Colorado State had, it was essentially nullified. And right now, they're able to turn the tides. Right now, it's currently a 1-4 trade. Could be a 1-5, depending on how things go. We shall see. But right now, I'm loving this place. I am seeing from Fresno State. And hopefully they can continue to turn this on up. But while we wait, though, I hope everyone in chat is having a good day. And it looks like we are jumping things on back in. We'll go ahead and head back into the action. And see if Phoenix was able to clean things on up with one last kill as the rest of Colorado State is responding. Something you haven't seen yet is that Primal Rage from Sundown. So interesting to see when we'll be able to see that come into play. The Reinhardt charge just missed, but Phoenix C goes down. The V-drop is going to be available from KCV as the dogs are one dog down. The Shadows available, Deadeye and B-drop available on the side of Colorado State. And with all 5 on the point, it is going to be Colorado State able to try to make a turn and try to turn things around. A lot of ultimates available into their play. Venari, though, taking out Country Roads. Deathtrap hacked at the moment. The B-drop gonna help out and keep him alive. Maybe get used out of the shatter, but it's the pulse bomb from KCV. That is ruining the hopes for Colorado State. 5v2, 5v1, and now it's gone. As the dogs turning the ties off the Primal Rage and the beat drop. Colorado State have 2 ultimates in their pocket, and they have yet to be used. Here comes the Earth Shatter, but it's going to be too little too late as the dogs, they are going to be taking round numero 1. And a great job there from Fresno State, but
Ready for battle.
could have been a little bit more scarier because keep in mind, Colorado State, they still had 2 ultimates they easily could have used, but they just weren't able to pop them. And I think if you are able to pop it, rather than being stuck at around like 21%, you could have easily gone even further than that. But looking for Fresno State, they're going to be able to stick it up and are able to win round number 1. And as we head into round number 2, Sundown making the switch on over to the Reinhardt here on the second map. Fresno State moving on over to the right side as Colorado State look to maintain objective control first, but it's KCV already on the May leading things off with the first blood. And now it's PB Court and KCV teaming on up, and a headshot from KCV to end this team fight here as Otter the Lucio for Colorado State is just forced to retreat. And an early objective control coming on in through for Fresno State. And a good side push from the dogs has them up on the board really early. And right now, dogs in a good point, utilizing that May wall, but it goes down really quickly though. And now the Way wall from Colorado State's side is going to put Fresno State at a disadvantage, as that allows them to just focus on Sundown. And now it's Colorado State that have an opportunity to take point, and they are going to be able to do just that. TV Core trying to attack on in from the side, trying to distract as much of the Colorado State offense as he can, and he's going to be able to do so and keep himself alive as well. And we look at ultimates, the Earth Shatter is going to be available for Death Trap, and then we are going to have the amplification matrix as well for Fresno State. The Earth Shatter comes on through. It is going to be blocked though. And here comes the Death Blossom from Phoenix, and it's going to be able to connect for one. And Fresno State able to convert things out with a 4-for-none trade. And Fresno State are going to be able to turn things up and are going to be able to retake the lead. Phoenix in a good position here. A man we don't typically see on the DPS. Signazi IGL while playing the DPS, and right now he is not looking like he's out of position. He gets two with a little bit of help from PB Cord. And Fresno State, they are looking to continue the sweep. Currently on a 3-0 win streak if you don't count the forfeit to Boise State. And the dogs are looking strong. However, they do have to be cautious. A lot of ultimates are available for Colorado State. And Death Trap is going to be able to push someone off to the side. But it's Fresno State right now. Off the beat drop from TV Cord. That are just continuing to steamroll. But we might have a C9 situation. Never mind. Fresno State is able to push back. Oh, they're not going to be able to get away with that. Fresno State sitting at 90% now. And looks to close things out with a 2-0 round number 1 lead. And now it's Colorado State looking to make a push in. Death Trap taking a lot of damage as they advance on into the objective and reach overtime. KCV though taking down one support. And one by one the Rams are falling, and the Death Blossom from Phoenix activated at the end to secure the first round for Fresno State in this best of 5. And we'll go ahead and take a look at this play of the game real quick before we switch things on over. And that play from Sundown is going to be your play of the game. And already the dogs, they are going to be off to a strong start here, as they are going to be up 1-0 on Colorado State. And right now, Mountain West play, they're coming off a lot of momentum here. They've had a lot of really good games, especially with crucial games such as against like Utah State and New Mexico. And they look to continue this momentum forward, and they're off to a strong start, especially on Oasis, which has been a tougher map for the side of Fresno State. So right now, the dogs, they're looking good. Colorado State, they did have some good ideas in mind. Their stronger team fights at the start did look strong. But at the end of the day, when you're pushed back all the way into your spawn, essentially, there's not much you could do. But in terms of that, though, there were times where Colorado State did have an opportunity to take objective. Where Fresno State were stuck in, like I said, a C9 situation almost. But luckily for Colorado State, or unfortunate for Colorado State, Fresno State was aware the point was being taken on up. Fresno State able to push on back, able to maintain control once again. But now, with that being said, we are waiting for the hybrid pick for Colorado State. And Fresno State, they looked strong on hybrid, especially when it comes to like the first 2 rounds. And as we are looking towards Sue Eichenwald, which has been a common pick over the past couple weeks for Fresno State, Eichenwald has been an interesting pick. Fresno State over the past couple weeks, especially what we saw against like Long Beach last week, they've looked to play like more farther back depending on their compositions. Granted, things might change, especially with the composition they have today, where you don't necessarily have like your main starters. For instance, Phoenix, he's not on the tank, he's on the DPS. KCB, he's on the starting roster as well, and he's playing alongside Phoenix, who hasn't had as much DPS play. And if you look at the team, right now we are going to be having a sub, which we will talk about in just a little bit. But I'm excited to see how the team plays. We'll see. Do they decide to hold up on bridge, or are they just going to look to just stay strong on the point, not give Colorado State the opportunity to contest? And then looking at this composition, I'm expecting either a Hanzo or potentially a Nash to come into play. And then I would also like to maybe see Phoenix, maybe potentially, who knows, maybe he hops back on the Reaper. Maybe we see him play the Sombra or the Tracer again. Because again, we saw him hop on the Sombra earlier. But we'll see as we are now making our way over to the streets of Germany. Let's go ahead and head on over. You see that castle in the background. That beautiful score in the background as well. And that's the point Fresno State is going to have to hold on to. Or actually, rather, they're going to have to push up it, as they're going to be starting off on the defense. My mistake. And then we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at the compositions here. And Phoenix on the Torb to start things out. Or is he just teasing me? I had a chance to talk to the team beforehand. And I joked with Phoenix about maybe the Torb coming into play. Yep, there it is. There's a Hanzo. Yeah, we got to see the Torb. Thank you, Phoenix. My man. Looking at the rest of the composition, though, Sundown going to be playing on the Reinhardt once again. Been probably the main primary tank we've seen throughout the past couple weeks. KCB going to be playing for the Cassidy. And then the Lucio and the Baptiste coming into play once again. And for the side of Colorado State, we are going to be seeing a Symmetra and a Mate come into play once again. And Teleport going to come on through. And Colorado State, they're looking to push up from above. But unfortunately, it does not come into their favor. As Phoenix, he's going to end up getting the first kill here with the Thornbird turret. And right now, Fresno State, they're looking to just keep a hold here on the point. And Colorado State, they're not looking to play too aggressively at the moment. No one trying to go for a flank move. And here we go. Now it's going to be Deo trying his best to come on through for the side. Who actually just came in for Colorado State. And Phoenix, he's going to get another one. But right now, Fresno State, they're actually going down right now. They are currently down a man. As Colorado State, the Rams, they're looking to contest. Sundown low at the moment. The immortality field is going to keep them up for much longer. And Colorado State, they're looking to contest. And Colorado State, they're 2/3 of the way there, and they're going to be able to secure it. And as KCB goes down, Colorado State, you can see they're playing with a little bit more confidence right now. As they're looking to continue to push on through. The artillery strike already coming on down. And that right now is a 2-for-1 trade in favor of make it 2 for 2 right now. KCB force way back on the Pharah. And no one changing on the side of Fresno State. The only thing switching is Bacon Strip, who just got subbed in, is switching on over to the Mercy. Rather than playing on the Lucio that we saw at the start. So Fresno State kind of adapting to what Colorado State is putting on the table. Sundown keeps in mind of the teleporter from Country Roads. The Country Roads goes down. Colorado State continuing to push the objective up. Sundown trying to dive on through. Doves have his Earth Shattered available. And even with finish on the Ramatra, Fresno State turning things around here. They're starting to push back Colorado State a little bit, but they do have to be cautious and not overextend. Because Colorado State right now, they do have 3 ultimates available, but so do Fresno State. As KCV was quick to be able to gather up his ult and does have his barrage available. Sundown taking a lot of damage, and his Earth Shatter doesn't go off. And it's an opportunity here as the Annihilation is popped for its the Finn. And with that team kill, Colorado State, they do have an opportunity to just continue to push the payload on forward. They have plenty of time to reach the next checkpoint. And the rest of the Fresno State team looking to regroup and look to take on this next team fight head on. Phoenix though, on the switch into the Hanzo, already capitalizing, able to get off one. Diving on into the back line. Does have a support low. That mortality field is going to be gone. And Phoenix quick to transition on in. He spots one in his sight, but can he get the final strike? He won't, but KCV will. And this quick composition change in coming on in for Fresno State. It's starting to pay off. No more trolling for the dogs as they are able to win this team fight of their own. And as Colorado State response, they're going to be coming on in with the switch with Country Roads. Now they're putting on the Genji. The Symmetra not getting as much value as they were getting. And Phoenix going to be able to put up the Dragon Strike. But is currently getting dove at the moment, but Sundown here able to save him. But the question is, how long can this team survive? Colorado State able to gather a couple more ultimates. And KCV now is making his presence felt as this Jash is paying dividends. The Dynamite is out, and that's going to force Colorado State to try to play back. Dale has his speed drop up. The Artillery Strike is available as well. And KCV with a good save here. The Bob is ready to go, but it won't be activated. Benari's still up, able to activate his amplification flux, but does so down and is immediately traded out. Phoenix still alive though, looking to get some picks. Getting a little bit of damage here, but they're gonna have to contest. The Artillery Strike gonna come on through. Is he gonna spot anyone? They strike the wrong stride. KCV goes down to the Artillery Strike, but is brought back up by Bacon Strip. And Fresno State do have an opportunity here. The Earth Shatter comes on through, and now Fresno State, they're looking to contest. The Annihilation is up for it, the Finn. And as it expires, that might just be the push Colorado State needs to give themselves more time, and they will be able to do just that. 2 more minutes are going to be on the board for Colorado State. And the Dogs, they're going to have to hold up here on the second checkpoint here. And KCV, I said he did have to be the main carry here on the DPS side. But Phoenix playing off throw, and right now he's doing a really good job of that. As he is absolutely shredding. Hitting a lot of these headshots here. These crits could come into play for Fresno State as they're looking to make one final hold here. The Dragon Blade gonna come on through. His Country Road's gonna be able to convert. He's able to not be able to connect for anything. Just takes out the Immortality field. And as the team fight continues to persist, Sundown makes a switch on over to the Ramatra as well. And Sundown doing a good job. However, he is really low and has no support from his supports to heal him out on up. Colorado State are making a heavy push on through, leaving it up to Phoenix, who made the switch on over to the Cassidy. Able to contest on the point just in time. The Immortality field popped on up for Finale alongside the Amplification Flux. And Fresno State, they managed to find a way to pick off Colorado State one by one. And now they're pushing Colorado State back. And with 20 seconds here, Fresno State, they just got to hold it up right here. Don't try to overextend. You have an annihilation to help put this to a halt. And that last team fight there right at the very end might just be the thing to turn things into Fresno State's favor. And with 3 seconds left, the payload is going to be contested. The Deadeye going to be popped, but not going to hit anyone. KCV makes the way switch onto the Tracer, and Sundown getting the value off his own annihilation. KCV securing the final one in a 4-to-1 trade that goes in favor of the Dogs. And the Dogs just have to reach the end checkpoint, and they will go up with a 2-0 lead. Things look scary there for a moment as Colorado State start off strong. And I mean really strong. As they're able to win a lot of those opening fights. And then Phoenix, after he made the pivot, things started to slow down for Colorado State. Did they gain a lot of momentum once they unlocked the gate? Yes. But after reaching that checkpoint, Fresno State, they found a way to just put their heels in the ground and put a stop to it. For Fresno State, they can't be on their back foots anymore. They're looking to end things quickly. So hopefully Fresno State, they might stop with the troll picks, heading on in onto the attack as they look to finish things really quickly. Look to just do this in as least amount of time as possible. Sorry for the slower words there. English is hard. But we'll go ahead and start things off then as the dive competition is coming on in with the Winston and the Genji looking to come on in. And the Junkrat is looking to be the main hold of defense for Colorado State. As Phoenix already looking to dive on in here on the Genji. And Fresno State, they are already trying to look to push through. And the rest of the team is looking to regroup on in as they're looking to split push on either side. But it's Phoenix that's already going to go down. One key piece of the puzzle already gone for Fresno State. And now here we go. Sundown is looking to go on through. And looks to just take down that immortality field and is going to be forced to retreat on back to his supports. And right now it's KCV looking to make an impact here with the Pharah. Spots one, looking to try to get some damage, but nothing converting as of yet, as Colorado State are doing a good job of holding this point. As Fresno State right now are struggling to get a pick off this opening round. And a strong hold from the Rams has them up early. And currently the Rams at the advantage. Do have a couple ultimates really close. Bob is almost up and active to give them that one-man advantage. However, be cautious on the Fresno State side as well, as the nano boost is available. Phoenix does make a switch on over to the Cassidy. Something he did look better on towards the tail end of that previous half. And Sundown is going to be nanoed. But right now it is going to be put to a hold. Has an opportunity to take down this Baptiste. But that immortality field is going to keep him alive. But this push from Phoenix alongside the rocket barrage from KCV is going to put up numbers, as that's a team kill for Fresno State. And as KCV makes the switch on into the comfort pick of Sojourn, it is Fresno State that are going to be able to unlock the payload. A little bit less time than Colorado State. But the Dogs found the team fight they needed to win. And looking into, after this first point, it's Fresno State sticking with this dive composition though. But I'm gonna be interested to see how the Sojourn comes into play. Haven't seen the Sojourn as much on the attack. I'm seeing Sojourn more on the defense. But hey, with the boost from Bacon Strip on the Mercy, maybe it'll pay off. But we're currently have to wait. As here comes the Deadeye from Phoenix, and it doesn't go off. So another wasted ultimate, unfortunately for the dogs, and in the finish. It was so low, but he's gonna be able to stay alive. And Fresno State, once again, they're forced to retreat on back. KCB getting a good amount of damage, but unfortunately just can't find the right angle to be able to get that railgun shot off. And this high ground point for Colorado State already being a thorn in the side of Fresno State. They haven't found any opportunities to kind of dive on through, especially with Phoenix forced to play down on the low ground. But here's an opportunity to take position up on the high ground as Sundown looks to push on through with the Primal Rage. But as the Primal Rage expires, he sees an opportunity to strike on in from above, and that Ash had no shot. But so far, a 1-for-1 trade in favor of Colorado State as they're able to equal things on out. Bacon Strip unfortunately goes down after switching on over. The Nano Boost is going to be activated and is going to be placed on Sundown. Continuing to try to dive on through, but the dogs, they're struggling to find their foothold here. Looking to put up more time here as they're looking to hit that second checkpoint. And the grenade is going to stick with that Moon Mortality Field. Want to pay off. So far, both teams down 1 DPS apiece. The Overclock is available for KCB. I'm looking towards KCB. Seeing when's the opportunity to push, and now is the time. The Overclock is going to be activated and striking for 2, almost a third. And KCB on the Sojourn. That last semester was one piece of the puzzle for the dogs in their championship run in NECC play. And its thing is presence felt here in Mountain West play, as that team fight might just be the last one push the dogs need to be able to reach this checkpoint. The Rams aren't going to give the dogs to seize the opportunity though. The Deadeye gonna take out it though. And here's the dogs' opportunity to strike. Their grenade gonna stick and do a lot of damage. And the Riptire though, not gonna do for anything. And the dogs, they're finding their groove now as they reach the checkpoint here. They're gonna be given a minute 47 to end up with a 2-0 lead. Does Colorado State have what they need? It has done a really good job here on the Ramatra, but it's going to be enough against this Winston that is brought out by Sundown. Right now the dogs putting up a strong push similar to what Colorado State had. But Venari is going to be taken on out. But Sundown continuing to do a good job as both teams are doing a really good job vitalizing for those trades. But a good sleep from Dio though is going to put Sundown down in the dirt. And the dogs, they have 1 minute. They're going to need one good team push if they want to be able to reach that final checkpoint. Phoenix close to having the Deadeye, the Nano Boost almost up for Venari as well. For Colorado State, they're going to have the Nano Boost really close as well. And the Deadeye and the Overclock both ready to go. The Overclock is going to be activated, and that's one shot with it already hitting. Looking for his second one, but it's not going to convert. But Fresno State, that might just be enough as one by one the Rams are falling. Fresno State continuing to push on through. 5 seconds left. The wrecking ball gonna come into play, but it won't come in time. As Fresno State, off a great team fight there at the end, are gonna take map number 2. And we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at this play of the game from its defend. And it did a really good job there of setting his team up for success. I really like the gameplay Colorado State came in because, man, it was a major step up than what they did on their opening round on attack. Because their defense was really consistent. Not only that, though, Laker defense was able to hold up for a majority of time, especially at the start. But once Fresno State switched things on up, rather than going for that more dive composition alongside the Genji and the Pharah, and then they pivoted over to something a little bit more comfortable, the dogs look good. I mean, Phoenix, he looked really strong, especially on the cast. And then KCB as well just had the opportunity to flex on over to the Ashe, flex on into the Sojourn that we've seen a couple times, and man, that Sojourn came in clutch, especially towards the tail end. And Colorado State, they're going to have one last chance to turn things around as they are looking into Escort next. And we'll see how Colorado State plays into this because they look a lot better on these Escort maps than they did on attack. And as for the Dogs, it's going to be tough to give them too much flack, especially with them not having their main roster. Let's be honest though. The Torburn pick was not the move. But I do appreciate Phoenix for bringing on that in for me. I told him are we gonna see the Torb? He brought it on out, so major respects to him. And we'll see what Fresno State comes on in with, because we were seeing a substitution, and that's gonna be interesting to talk about heading on into Escort. This is going to be... I can't wait to talk about this because this is going to be good. I'm excited for what's coming on next as we head on into Escort, where Fresno State, they have looked strong on Escort. But it's just going to be a matter of, like, how are they going to be able to snowball? Or is Colorado State, are they going to be able to find a way to turn things around for themselves? I don't know, but we're going to find out as we wait for the map pick. We are going to take a short little break. And when we come back, we will bring you on immediately to the next map. Once again, you are watching Fresno State Overwatch over here on twitch.tv/Fresno State ES. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Beats.
And welcome on back in as we are ready to go to map number 3. And we are set to go as the Dogs, they are looking to end the season with a 3-0 sweep against Colorado State. Will they be able to do so? We will find out shortly. As let's go ahead and talk about the compositions. First, for the side of Colorado State, it's going to be Otter coming back on into play on the support side. But let's go ahead and talk about the Fresno State side because we are coming in with 3 supports on the field, folks. PV Cord and Bacon Strip going to be playing on the support. But Venari, the other Fresno State DPS or support, going to be playing as the second DPS for the Dogs alongside KCV. I talk about how sometimes Venari plays essentially as a third DPS when he's on the Kiriko. But the question is, will it translate as he comes on in on the DPS? And Phoenix going to be taking a little break from the role. Is going to be playing back on his tank. Sundown going to be getting a little bit of a break. And here we go as Colorado State looks to make their push into the match. 4 minutes to reach the first checkpoint, and already Otter gonna be low, but KCB taking on out. That main DPS I talked about for Fresno State already taken out. And this Diva for Colorado State already looking to dive, and PV Court, he's gonna be taken out. And it's going to force Fresno State to possibly retreat on back as 1 by 1. The Dogs are falling. And Fresno State, they're going to be forced to regroup, allowing Colorado State to push that payload even further. Lago looking to do anything he can. But right now, maybe a little bit overextended, taking a lot of damage, but getting healed back on up. Phoenix stuck once again by this grenade, is low, looking for the med pack, is gonna find it. Otter gonna get one with his mech coming back on into play. Phoenix still able to get a trade, but right now the Dogs don't have numbers, but they're looking to continue to dive this Colorado State back line. And Phoenix doing his best, but this Diva right now has found his number. And the payload put to assault at the moment, but it's nearing its checkpoint. Luckily the Dogs, or for the Rams, they are going to be able to advance on further. And they are going to be given an additional 3 minutes to push on through. And PV Core takes a lot of damage. Forced retreat on back as Colorado State, they are emerging from the door area. And Otter activate the self-destruct, but it's not gonna hit. This Deadeye though could come through, but it won't hit for Venari. KCB with the switch on over into the Sojourn, and it's looking to be that flank player for Fresno State already. Able to help Phoenix take down 1 after getting a majority of the damage onto country roads. But the question is, do they have an opportunity to shut down the Siva here as they are continuing to push the Rams back? And the Dogs doing a really good job here. Have forced Colorado State up to a single point. And the meteor strike is going to come through for Phoenix. He does have a lost shield, but he's going to be forced to retreat on back. And Otter, who actually made the switch to support, going to be playing a DP or the tank role now. And already doing a really solid job. The overclock going to be activated for KCB, but it will not last for long. And right now it's currently Venari, the lone DPS up for Fresno State. And he's doing a really solid job right now trying to convert for Fresno State. The V-drop going to come on through, keep Venari alive. And Benari, he's hitting his shots. This is no different than the kunais he holds as Kiriko. Alright, maybe a little bit different. But Benari doing a really good job making his strikes count. And Phoebe Cord also showing that Benari's not the only one that can hit his kunais as well. Getting the last converting kill and finally taking out Otter. And after about 3 minutes, Colorado State, they're finally stalling a little bit. But no changes from them as of yet. After switching on over to the Genji, they are showing no signs of switching out. And KCB looking for an opportunity to attack on the flank, but he is not with his team. And it may be needed. Benari has his Deadeye available as the second ult for the dogs alongside the Kitsune Rush. A few ultimates also available for the side of Colorado State as well. And we gotta be cautious as Country Roads does have his Dragon Blade available. And here comes both the Kitsune Rush and the Deadeye. But the Deadeye not gonna convert, but that self-destruct will. And Colorado State, they're holding on to their ultimates as it may not be needed. They only had to use one ultimate, and that was the self-destruct, and it struck for 2. PV Cord, the last man standing for the dogs, onto the point. And he is going to fall, and with a minute left, Colorado State are going to be able to give themselves more time. Add another 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Or another minute 20 left to the clock. Colorado State are looking for another push. And once again, Colorado State looking to strike earlier, but they gotta be cautious here. Here comes the Dragon Blade. And with the B drop activated as well, Dragon Blade looking to make the most out of it, as right now Colorado State already with 2. And Country Roads able to help convert a 3rd. Supports the only ones up and active. But Benari able to get his crit up on Country Roads. And we'll see if the switch on over to the Widow is going to be able to help him out. As he's continuing to take shots, but nothing hitting as of yet. But right now it's Country Roads looking to dive on into the back line. Quickly pushing through. Phoenix makes the switch on over into the Zarya. And we'll see if that is going to be able to help. Looking at ultimates, the self-destruct is available, but the self-destruct going to convert for none. The Kitchen Rush available for the dogs as well, if they want to continue to stall. Similar to what we saw on map number 2. Fresno State looking to hold things tight here. Benari not being able to convert for anything as of yet on the Widow other than that first pick. But right now it may not be needed, as right now Fresno State solidly holding things down. And here we go as the infrared sight is going to come into play. And that's going to reveal a lot of locations for him. And the gravitational surge going to help Bernard be able to connect a couple shots to land. And Fresno State, they are putting Colorado State to a halt. As this is one last team fight for Colorado State as time is set to expire. Phoenix is going to go down now. So this is Colorado State's chance to end up with that final checkpoint and reach 3. And with overtime looking to pursue, the B-drop's going to come on through. Fresno State is going to be able to contest. And they're going to also activate the photon barrier as well. Shots trying to connect for the side of Colorado State, but Fresno State looking to continue to hold as they waste a few of their ultimates as well. And in this team fight, no one looking to go down. And Fresno State, they forget to contest. And it's Colorado State, after taking away 2 in that final team fight, they're going to be able to go up on the board with 3.
Switching sides.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are guaranteed at least one more final round. So, if Fresno State can't convert here, Colorado State will take point. But if the Dogs, if they're able to tie things up and reach all the way to that final checkpoint, we will be heading on in to sudden death, where both teams will be able to have one
Ready for battle.
more push for each team. And here comes Colorado State once again. Country Roads doing the same thing he did on the previous map, where he is going to be starting things off on the Junkrat. Whereas for Fresno State, they're sticking more with like a long range battle to start things off. We see KCV on the Sojourn, we just think Benari looking to strike on the Widowmaker. Let's see if this time a couple of shots can be able to come on through.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers.
And the gates are going to begin opening up.
Escort the
And Benari looking to try to strike on someone, but unfortunately no one is in his sights. So right now we're just going to be looking and see how the Dogs are going to be able to push things on up, as Phoenix, he's playing the Winston to try to counteract the Diva. And the Dogs are slowly going to be pushing their way forward. Will not be contested at the moment, as Phoenix, he's going to look to continue to try to dive. But is currently though at the moment going to be relying on PB Cord and Bacon Shirt to heal him back up. But the Dogs continuing just to push on through. And Otter looking to make his presence felt though. Is going to be able to take down Bernard. And Phoenix with a good save. Able to stay alive. But it won't be for long. As Colorado State, they are looking good here. And are able to win this first team fight. And Search from Otter already looking to pay dividends for Colorado State. And already, after that first team fight, we are already seeing a switch from Fresno State. Phoenix bringing things on in. And looking to hold it down on Zarya to help Fresno State make that push they desperately need. But they gotta be cautious, as right now it's the Finn on this Diva. Might have found a good pick for himself. As Colorado State, they're continuing to just hold things up well, especially against a strong Fresno State team. Ultimate's coming on into play. And the question is, is it going to convert? And yes, it will. Got Phoenix though, but one little tap is all was needed. And Colorado's defense, it is looking good. And once again, we're going to be looking for Otter. As the main hold for Colorado State. As the man who was starting off as support in the first map, right now has been the clutch factor for Colorado State. Has been the team needed the most. He has been stepping up to the plate. And with a minute left, Fresno State, they got to come up with something. They do have a couple ultimates available. They do have Banana Boost, Deadeye also available as well. But that immortality, or rather, yeah, the immortality field is going to be able to keep his teammate alive. And once again, Colorado State, they're winning majority of these defensive team fights. This Diva right now, not allowing Fresno State to do anything. The question is though, this should be enough As with 13 seconds left, Fresno State, they are gonna need the push and the snowball of their lives if they are gonna be able to come away with this third map, but unfortunately that will not happen as we head on into overtime. As Colorado State's defense may just be too overbearing for Fresno State. And as the save player kill streak is coming on through, make it 11. As Colorado State, they are gonna be getting their first ones up on the board, as they are gonna be up 2-1.
Play of the game.
We'll go ahead and we'll take a look at this play of the game for Colorado State. Now with that, Colorado State are able to cut down the lead to half. And I welcome you on back into our desk. And right now, Fresno State looks strong on the first two, a little bit shakier on the second one. Both those shakes prove to say, as Colorado State, they're going to be getting their first round here in this best of 5. Lucky for Fresno State, though, they only need one more. And we'll see if they are going to be able to do it, as it looks like we are going to be heading over to New Queen Street next, possibly. Who knows? We're about to find out in just a little bit, as this will be Fresno State's map pick. But the Dogs, they did look a little bit concerning there. Maybe because you had Venari coming in on a DPS, maybe, and essentially had 3 supports. I don't know. But Fresno State already making another change once again into their team composition. So we'll see what they'll be able to do from there. But one thing I did like from Colorado State especially was that composition change as a team. Bringing in Otter and putting him in on the tank was huge, especially with the way the Diva came in. Otter essentially just could not be killed on either the attack or the defense. And the Dogs, they just simply couldn't find a counter to it. They were able to. Colorado State did a really good job of keeping Otter alive. And, I mean, what else can you do other than that? If your tank stays alive and you're having your supports play a more safer position to where they can get picked off on a flank. Even though, for being honest, the flank opportunity never really came for Fresno State. The only time it did was from Venari, but even then, his sticky grenade just got nullified by an immortality field from Bautiste. So we'll see how things do as we head into map number 4. We are once again just waiting on N for a pick from the Dogs. But you know what? This will give us a good opportunity to take one more break. As Fresno State, they will have an opportunity to strike back and end things off. And never mind, it looks like we might be heading to New Queen Street already. So Fresno State, they already knew their right pick, it looked like. We shall see, as both teams are going to be jumping on in as we make our way over to Canada and make our way to New Queen Street. And go ahead and just bask in the glory as he passed by the Maple Leaf. Whereas Colorado State, they look to force a map number 5 and have that Silver Scrapes music play in the background. As we have 8 more minutes of pushing and shoving at least to come on through. As here comes the team compositions for each side. Sundown back on into the lineup. He is going to be taking on the Drunken Queen role. Phoenix and KCB once again your DPSs with Venari and PB Cord on the support roles. Otter coming back on in on the tank. It's the Finn and Dio.
5, 4, 3.
Gonna be your supports. Country Roads
Objective unlocks in
and
bets.
Slagother and Slagothor is gonna be your DPS. And here we go, as both teams are pushing on through, and Phoenix and PB Cord are already taking place in this little terminal right here, and they already have done a little bit of damage to Colorado State, and they already got 3 points of damage coming on through and split up amongst Colorado State. And PB looking for an opportunity, maybe to knock someone off. And the barricade already getting pushed by Fresno State. And Sundown has taken a lot of damage here, but he is currently sticking with it. The Steve is gonna be low and is taken out. And Fresno State on something they are is something that has been their most confident game mode. They're starting off strong with an early 3-0 kill lead. And with those few initial pushes right now, Fresno State, they are looking to just continue to allow the spot to escort this wall and at least reach the first checkpoint. And to hold up, Colorado State, they're looking to make progress here as they're able to take down Phoenix. And Colorado State, they look for an opportunity to try to push things into their favor. Fresno State do have a couple ultimates available, however, as Phoenix responds, he does have the post home available. The Kitchen Rush up and ready to go alongside the Kitchen Rush for Venari as well. Phoenix did have an opportunity there to go for the final blow, but it simply does not convert. But the Dogs, they're showing no signs of letting down. As here comes the post woman, is going to connect for Phoenix. And a couple more ultimates coming on into play as well. Benari though gonna go down. And here comes the Rampage. Sundown gonna be low, but luckily getting healed back on up. And PB Cord unfortunately goes down after playing aggressive. But right now it's Phoenix that we all have our eyes on, as he is being really consistent here on the Tracer. After stepping back on into the tank roll and coming in on the DPS for Benari. Phoenix acting like he never was on the tank. He simply looks like a DPS out there. Fresno State are going to be able to reach first checkpoint in less than 3 minutes. Phoenix unfortunately goes down, and PB Cord, after getting low, is going to be forced to pop his beat drop. And Fresno State have an opportunity to strike there and take down Otter, but Otter saved by his teammates, and he's going to escape with his life. But will the same be said for Sinan, as now he is forced on his heels and is forced to run back with the Zarya, with the Soldier 76 tracking him down. And hold up, we may see a shift in momentum here coming on in for Colorado State. And once again, this composition for them is looking to pay off, as Colorado State are now surpassing 40 meters. It's up to Fresno State to look to turn things back around, as Phoenix looks to attack this back line. And he is keeping the rest of the team distracted, as KCB is able to strike for 2, make it a third with this grenade and the Deadeye. And PB Cord able to sweep things on out. It's Fresno State looking to gain their lead even further, as they are already at 1 checkpoint alongside a little bit of an advancement coming on in from the bot. And Colorado State, as we move on over to this next team fight, they are looking to just hold on to the high ground. The Kitchen Rush is going to be activated by Venari, And they gotta be cautious as well if you're the Rams, because the Rampage is available. And here it comes as 3 members are nullified or antied. However, the Dogs are able to trade things on out as Country Roads goes down.
Let's go win this thing.
But right now it's Colorado State that are looking to make their push on through. Gio trying to find Phoenix, and he's going to be able to do just that. As Colorado State, they're doing a good job once again of continuing their own push. Gio playing as the IGL, doing his best to tell his teammates where the Egoist is currently at. And the Deadeye gonna be activated by Slego, but will not convert. But what will convert is another pulse bomb from Phoenix. Phoenix, have yourself a night, my guy. You are doing great on your off-meta roll.
They're catching up to us.
And despite Colorado State gaining a lot of momentum on Fresno State, able to bring it down to 5 meters. They're slowly going down. And Colorado State, they're trying to tech on in from the side now. They do have a couple ultimates, including both the Gravitational Surge and the Tactical Visor, but it may not be needed as Fresno State are able to tie things up with a 1-to-1 trade. But things once again turning the tides towards the Rams' favor. KCV does have his Deadeye available once again. And 2 minutes and 50 seconds, that could be the tide Fresno State needs to have it come into their favor. 2.5 minutes left to go. And Colorado State's still sitting on 3 ultimates at the moment. One of those to be a crucial B drop for them. As here comes Kitchen Rush and the Gravitational Surge, and here drops the B drop. And Colorado State, they're taking full advantage of this. They're already able to come away with 1. But will they be able to come away with 2? Yes, they will. As that time it was Phoenix going down for Fresno State. And Phoenix doing his best to stay alive, but he won't be able to do just that. And one by one, the Dogs, they're starting to fall behind. As Colorado State, they are looking to tie things up, but the payload going into Fresno State's favor from Sundown. Sundown being forced to retreat on back and wait for the rest of his team. Both supports currently overextended at the moment, as this role has been out to Phoenix to be the one that helps Fresno State push. 1:11 left here on the clock. We'll see if Fresno State will have enough in the tank for that one last push. As Sundown is going to be switching on over to the Winston, sitting at a comfortable 82%. And with the B drop in play, this could be the Dogs' opportunity to end things here and now. It's going to be Phoenix trying to take a 1v1 with the Zarya alongside TV Corda on the Lucio, and the Dogs are going to be able to win it. And the Dogs, they are continuing to push. If they want to be able to end the series here now, they're going to need to advance further these next 5 or 10 meters. The Deadeye now activated, but unfortunately notified for them. The strike down coming on through, no one falling on either side. I stand corrected as Country Roads has already been taken out. And off the Tactical Visor and the Kitchen Rush from Fresno State, it looks like this might be it. And with the Otter going down, I don't think Colorado State have anyone to contest, and they will not be able to do so, as overtime has officially expired. and it is Fresno State able to take the series 3-1 and secure the 3rd seed in Mountain West playoffs. And we'll go ahead and take a look at this play of the game that did come on in from Sundown. Let's go ahead and take a little bit of a peek from that. And there we go. I am back in connection. I can finally hear again. And that's gonna wrap it up for Fresno State's regular season, as they are now 4-2 on the season. Other than the top 2 seeds, a complete sweep on the rest of the Mountain West. And now the Dogs, all eyes are on that Tuesday night matchup as they take on UNLV. And guys, I am super stoked to see how this team looks to progress. And I am sorry for the no title. I just realized that. But we're going to go ahead and we will go ahead and see if anyone is ready to go here for a post-game interview. Let me go ahead. Oh, there we go. Looks like we already got someone connected. Let's make sure you are up and active. Mr. Ryan, sir, can you hear me? Oh, looks like he disconnected. We'll go ahead and wait a second. And let me know. All right, there we go. Hello.
How's it going, Ricky?
Going good. So, I know it's a little bit different roster for you tonight, but how did you feel like the team played tonight?
To be honest, they have me on the edge of my seat a couple times. I'm not gonna lie, but I made some decisions I think I shouldn't have made, but I pay for those.
Fair enough. I mean, it's completely understandable. I mean, after all, I don't think you expected half your roster not be available tonight, and I don't think any of us expected Bernard to be playing on the DPS. Was that something he suggested, or was that something you just want to try to experiment with?
He mentioned that he played DPS a couple of times. And I thought that we could swap it up, just so I could get Phoenix back on the tank, but it didn't really pan out how I thought it would. So that's okay.
I mean, it's understandable. Yep, you live and you learn. Plus, I mean, either way, you guys do end up coming away with a 3-1 dub. I know you were talking about looking into getting a sweep, but a win's a win, and that secures the number 3 seed for you. And do you want to talk about how having that 3 seed is way different than having that 4 seed?
So, and for Mountain West playoffs, the number 1 seed will be playing against the number 4 seed, and number 2 will be playing against number 3. As it stands right now, we should be facing against UNLV for semifinals, and Boise State should be taking on, I believe, Utah. Assuming that everything finishes out the way it's supposed to. So.
Yeah, and hopefully nothing changes from there. And then next week is supposed to be a best of 5 or best of 7.
It'll still be a best of 5, I believe. I think it's best of 7 for finals only.
Got it.
But I will get confirmations from that later. But I'm pretty sure that's how it should be, though.
Yeah, sounds good. But I'm sure you're happy with the win tonight and end up back in Mountain West playoffs once again. And no, like you said, you guys do have a rematch up against UNLV coming up on Tuesday the 28th, time to be determined. What is your guys' mindset heading into that match?
When we played UNLV earlier this season, we weren't exactly in the right headspace. So things got kinked out, and we had a lot of discussions since then. So I think it'll be a lot more competitive. I still don't think it'll be easy at all. It'll still be a very tough series, But if everybody's on their A game and has refocused, I think we should be able to try to claw our way in. So I've been looking forward to this rematch for a while, just because, like I said, the team was not who they were, basically a shell of themselves. So I think they know the expectations for this upcoming game, and I expect this to be a lot more competitive this time around.
I think all of us expect that from you guys. But once again, Ryan, thank you so much for joining on in for this post match game interview. Always great talking with you, man. And I hope we'll be able to see you next week in the semifinals of Mountain West Play for a spot in Boise.
Yes, sir. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. And that was Coach Ryan. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for the night. As Fresno State, they are going to be end up coming away with the 3-1 victory over Colorado State. And like I said, this was a crucial match for the Dogs, as rather than having to face Boise for a shot to travel to Boise for the finals, they will now be taking on UNLV, where we'll see if they are going to be able to turn things around from that match where last time they did end up losing. But we shall see, as that will be answered in about less than a week's time, 6 days away. But yeah, with that being said, that is going to be it for the night. And once again, I thank you guys so much for tuning on into this presentation of Fresno State Overwatch here on twitch.tv/Fresno State Esports. If you are looking to stay notified on all things Fresno State, please hit the follow button over on Twitter and on our Instagram at Fresno State ES. If you want to stay notified on all things Fresno State, either hit the notification bell underneath alongside the follow button, or you could type in !Discord in the chat. You could be able to give yourself the community role in our Discord, where you'll not be able to chat with some members of the Fresno State esports community, but also notified on any other opportunities for Fresno State esports as well. We have a couple things cooking in the kitchen, and we are excited to show those off. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning on in. We appreciate you guys coming on through and supporting our team as they finish out the regular season. Next time you'll be seeing us will be on Friday, as Fresno State Rocket League is going to be taking the pitch. Game time is looking to be set at 5 o'clock. If anything does changes, once again, take a look at our socials. We should be able to keep you guys informed then. But with that being said, thank you guys for tuning on in. From the Fresno State Overwatch team and the Fresno State Esports Media team, I'm Ricky J. Peace and love, and go Dogs. We'll see y'all in the next one. See ya!
Hey, Zay, dude! Well, come on, let's go. Ooh, ooh, ooh.